Hey everyone, what's up? I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with a video that I usually do in October where I recommend some spooky books you might like to read in October. But thinking about it, I'm like, maybe I should film that like before October so that if people are really interested in any of these, they can get them before October. So here I am a couple weeks before October. I guess like technically it's probably spooky season. I know it is in my house. So I'm here with some horror books that I've read that I would recommend that feel especially Halloween-y to me. Some of them take place in the fall, some of them don't. And I don't know, it's just like gonna be a pile of good books. So what are you complaining about? First up, because it was on the top of this pile, I have Ghoul by Keene. This is a coming-of-age story that takes place in the summer, but I read this, and maybe I'm thinking this because I read this myself last Halloween season in October, but I think that this is a great book to read for Halloween-y. This is about a group of kids, they're friends, a group of boys, and they come from lots of different kinds of households, you know, and they're the type of kids who sometimes get bullied. It really has kind of vibes, kind of like the Losers Club from It, a little bit. And this group of friends also finds a monster, but it's a different kind of monster. It's a monster that is eating the dead bodies in the local cemetery. And what I liked most about this, I think, is that we have chapters that are from the point of view of the ghoul. And I thought that was really interesting. Kind of like the origin of the ghoul was really good. There's some great death scenes in this. A lot of like kids on Lover's Lane getting eaten by the ghoul and stuff like that. So yeah, just a book that I think would be perfect to read for Halloween. Next on my list, because it's next on the stack, this is Anoka by Shane Hawk. This is his debut short story collection. Some of these stories do take place around Halloween, which I think is probably why this stuck out in my mind when I was trying to make up this list. But it's just a really solid short story collection. He had a lot of good variety in this. It's not all the same type of story, you know what I mean? I think my favorite is the last story, Transfigured, and that one does take place on Halloween, and it's just a really great transformation story. That story is about somebody who does not feel right in their own body, and I think the way that he writes about that is just really spectacular. It stuck with me. So, great Halloween collection. Next on my list is a book that I have talked about on my channel before. This is The Wicked by James Newman. This is another one that has great fall, October, Halloween-y vibes. This is about a family, and they move from the big city to this small town. So it has that element of like this family being outsiders in this small town, but also this town has a secret. And it's a secret though that like even the townspeople don't really know about. It's more of like a ancient secret. And there is this demon, right? And he is murdering people, and it's got great kill scenes. Great spooky stuff. I remember liking, it's hard because I liked the family in this. They were interesting, but also I liked them because they seemed real and they had real problems. They weren't just like a cute family dealing with this stuff. Like they had turmoil inside their family as well. And I remember really enjoying that the father of the family illustrates, he like paints book covers, which I thought was really fun. But yeah, that has nothing to do with why I think this is a great Halloween read, but I think it is. And this is a book that I really enjoyed. One that I need to pick up again, I think. This is one that I definitely want to reread at some point. Next is a book you might be expecting on a list like this. This is Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. This is a book about two young boys. This is another one that's kind of a coming of age story, I think, and they are really excited when a traveling carnival comes to their town. And while they're doing things at this carnival one night, they come across something that they definitely should not have seen, and to make it worse, they're kind of found out by the guy who runs this carnival. So he is coming after them. They should not have seen what they saw, and he is going to make sure that they don't tell anybody about it. This is a great book about friendship. It has a really great father-son relationship in it. And man, I don't know if any of you ever watched the movie, but that was one of my favorites when I was growing up. Yeah, that's a good one. I believe this one does take place in the fall too, so it's like got that weathery atmosphere too, where, you know, the days are getting shorter and it's getting cooler outside. All around, just a great read for the fall, but especially good for October. Last on my list is one that is a little bit more lighthearted. This is Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. This is about a group of teenagers. The main character, her name is Mila, and she has recently lost her best friend. Her best friend has died under mysterious circumstances, and to make things even more mysterious, there are two other girls at the school that they attend that have been found in the, like, I don't know, previous weeks, months, and the town thinks that it's a suicide pact, but Mila does not think that. Mila is a practicing Wiccan, and she performs a resurrection spell, and it goes kind of wrong. So this is a great kind of like a murder mystery. It's got great friendships. It's got a budding love interest, and this is a YA book, but this was definitely a YA book that didn't hold back punches. It was creepy and gory and like never eat mushrooms. Again, just kidding. I really love eating mushrooms, but like, I don't want to think about this book and then eat mushrooms. And if you run it, you'll know why. So yeah, this is a great, more lighthearted read. You know, it's like deciding to watch Hocus Pocus instead of Halloween. You know what I mean? So, still a good one. More lighthearted, but still spooky. Well, everybody, that's it for this list. It's so hard to choose things and like not talk about the same books over and over again. So I hope I've compiled a list of maybe things that you hadn't thought about reading, you know, get you excited about some other things to read. I know I, for one, cannot fucking wait to make my pile of books that I want to read in October. It's going to be so much fun. I hope that I can recommend something good for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you're planning on reading in October, if you've thought ahead far enough to, you know, come up with plans like that, or if you're picking up any of these, or if you have and what you thought, or, you know, what you would recommend as an October read. I would love to hear. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you later. Goodbye!